Hello, everybody. Welcome to another night of Bows. Guys, welcome. Y'all know I give a little bit of time for it to cycle through. So you guys come through, everybody. Please like and share. Like and the share is. We are streaming from a couple of places right now. So we're streaming from my personal page, my business page, and YouTube as well. So if you are not a subscriber onto my YouTube page, please go to YouTube, and in the search engine, you're just going to put B.O.W.S, as B.O.W.S space Sienna, and then all of this live should come up for you. Okay. All righty. Please like and share, everybody. Like and share. Welcome. What a day. It's a good day. Like Mr. Rogers says, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? All right. So if you are new to B.O.W.S, I want to welcome you guys. Welcome to B.O.W.S. B.O.W.S stands for the beauty of a woman's strength. We take out the, but B.O.W.S, beauty of a woman's strength. And we come here every Wednesday to empower, the lives of everyone across the world. And mostly I target women. But it's really for any and everybody that would like to want and need to be encouraged. So that's something that I'm destined to do. This is my mission. This is my goal, and it's something that we are striving very hard to do. That Wednesdays is our empowering moment. So we want to talk about some good stuff today. So I hope everyone is tuned in, because what this man is going to share with us is wonderful. I mean, I'm a partaker of it as well. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life if this is something that you want. So please like and share. Get everybody, family, aunties, uncles, cousins, whatever you can. Get them on here, and let's listen up and let's learn how as a community to really grow, especially financially. Who doesn't want generational wealth, right? So let's get in the ball, right? So before I start, I read my mission statement every time. So I want to read my mission statement, because just to let you know why I do this, why my company is created, why we are here in the first place. So we are a sisterhood dedicating to empowering the lives of women across the world. Our mission is to build stronger women from within by enhancing the knowledge of who they are, and to connect to the power that resides in unity. We will commit to withstanding all adversities with poise, beauty, and love, forever showing the essence of a woman's touch through prayer and fasting, to never giving up, to never devaluing ourselves, but will vow to be strong in knowing that together we make the strongest bow. So this is what we are here to do. This is our empowering moment, and I want to empower you in any way possible that I can. So I'm thankful for this show tonight. We have a wonderful man that's going to be coming on here. His name is Bernard Borges. I kind of had it wrong earlier. I had him under George, but I'm going to try to give him a new name. But his name is Bernard, and he's going to come on here to explain some things to you. Before I bring him in, I want to tell you some announcements that we have. Mother's Day is coming up. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do the Mother's Day brunch because of how late it is, but we do have a Mother's Day basket that we want to give away. So if you're interested in receiving a Mother's Day basket, please inbox me, email me. Y'all know y'all can go to the information will also be on beautybows.com. That's BEAUTIBOWS. B.W.S.com, so you can find the information there. And or you can find it also on Facebook as well as LinkedIn, anywhere else that I post all of my information. So if you would like to look into receiving a Mother's Day basket, I'll just check out those places, and for all the information and details for that. Okay. Other than that, we don't have a tea time for this month, but we hopefully will be having one next month, and so I'll let you guys know about that as well. Probably next week I'll probably let you guys know about that. Other than that, these are all the announcements that I have. So I want to get right into our discussion right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Mr. Bernard on. Everybody, please welcome Mr. Bernard.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. Thank you for having me on, Lady B. I'm looking forward to being able to enlighten some folks, probably blow a few minds here and there, but that's the point. I hope that I can make a little bit of an impact, either right now live, or even if they go back and listen to the tape when it's being replayed, to give us some things that we need to know as our generation kind of forges into the middle age slash even starting to think about retirement, and also impact that and legacy. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Absolutely. So go ahead. You have the floor. It's all yours.
Okay. Well, again, my name is Bernard Borges. They call me the professor. I am only here to serve and to teach. And Lady B, I appreciate you again having me on. And I just want to say this: anything related to our community that has any real strength, including our own churches, are all backboned by women. Women are the power in every community, and especially in ours. And so I'm particularly honored to be on this kind of a platform, hopefully speaking to women in particular, because we need to empower our women in order to set the tone and the power for our community going forward. As long as we downtrodden our women, we'll be right where we are. Okay. And so part of this empowerment of women is financial. Yeah. And so that's what I want to talk about, because in my business, which is insurance, I have found that most of my clients, I'm going to say 80% of my clients, are either women themselves or influenced by women. The men that do actually get involved and get themselves protected and taken care of, most of the time, it's the women that are the driving force behind them. So with that said, I want to talk about insurance, and insurance is a very general word that a lot of us have some unfortunate myths about. And one of the things that we've been taught is that we should be able to have, in some cases, life insurance to take care of our needs at time of death. The word is life insurance. And so life insurance really is about, allowing for you to be able to take care of your family, both while you're alive first. Then, yes, if your time comes, to be able to transfer wealth. So let's talk about transferring wealth. And what I want to talk about is a little known program called the IRS 7702.
Yes.
This is a program that was actually set up in 1985. We're talking 40 years ago, basically. And the IRS had allowed for billionaires and millionaires, because those are the only ones that knew about it, to have a safe haven to place money, to put money in, and to be able to reap untold profits. And
Talk about it.
It didn't stop with just millionaires and billionaires. Banks are doing this. Your bank, your credit union, even your life insurance company are all utilizing this system unbeknownst to us. And it allows for you to, like I said, gain as much profit as you can, what they call capital gains on your money. You can contribute as much as you want. You can pull the money out at any time. There's no age limit or some type of restriction. And here's the biggest part. It's the IRS, right? There's no taxes. Tax-free. This whole program is designed to enrich the rich. But we have the ability. I've been licensed, thankfully, and able to set up these same plans, trust funds, if you will, for us. And it doesn't matter what level we're coming in at. We could come in at $100 level. We could come in at $1,000 level, anything in between, or even $10,000 or $20,000 level per month. But it's about saving, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about paying for life insurance. Paying for life insurance is throwing away your wealth. If you are 30 right now, you've thrown away $500,000 in wealth with money you're already spending. If you're 40, you've thrown away at least $750,000, if not $1 million. If you're in your 50s or above, you're in the millions, if not multi-millions of wealth that you've thrown away, either by saving money in a savings account or checking account at your local bank or credit union, and they've taken your deposits and they put them into these 7702 plans. Right now, Bank of America, I have the number right here, $24 trillion. That's with a T, not a B. $24 trillion of your money, my money, have been placed into these 7702 plans where they're getting 6 to 15% compound interest, not simple interest, compound interest per year on our money. Then they take that boatload of money, that's 6 to 15% of compound interest on $24 trillion. I can't even do that math real quick, but it's a lot of money. It's probably about 600 billion, something like that. And then they use that, Lady B, to now give us credit cards, installment loans, mortgages, car loans. All those loans are from your own money, from the interest of your own money. And so we're actually being double hit. And then they have the nerve, if we're late or whatever, to charge us fees on top of that.
Right.
So we got to change this narrative. And the narrative is to cut out the middleman and become your own bank. So under my page, you'll see a lot of hashtags BYOB. That is not bring your own drink. That or bring your own booze. I mean, that is be your own bank.
Right.
It's about time that we start learning and being educated financially. So let me give you some context here. If you're paying for life insurance and you're healthy, you're giving away all your money. You're giving the life insurance the money, and they're saying, hey, Mrs. Jones, I'll give you $20,000 for $75 a month, $50 a month, whatever it is. And they're taking that $50 a month and they're investing it. And they're going to make $500,000 on average on that $50 over 30 years. So whether it's a term policy that expires in 30 years and therefore you don't have any more insurance and they just took your money and they're gone, or even if it is whole life and you happen to die 30 years later, doesn't matter. They've made $500,000. They pay your family, not you, but they pay your family $20,000. So that's a good deal for them. And they do that over and over and over and over and over again. So that's why they have the biggest building. That's why they have stadiums named after them, because they're robbing us of our money. And so I'm here, and people with like minds are here to stop this vicious cycle of taking our money. We're the largest consumers, African Americans in this country, the largest consumers, and yet have the least amount of wealth. It doesn't even make sense. The math makes no sense. So what we're doing is we're flipping the script. We're saying, hey, if you got $100, if you got $200, $300, just think about how much money you save a month, or if you're a spender, how much money you're spending a month on things that are non-essential. We're not talking about your bills. We're talking about non-essential. Yeah. And whatever those numbers are, let's just say it's $200. That $200 in 20 years is worth, in a lot of cases, depending on, how things go, a lot of cases, that's worth several $100,000. In some cases, $500,000, just $200. Depending on how much time, how fast the interest is and how much time you let elapse. But in 20 or 30 years, you could have $500,000 from $200 a month. given the rates. Now people say, well, okay, what is the risk, Bernard? What's the risk on this? There is none. The other part I didn't tell you is this thing, the reason why it's 6 to 15% is because it's based on the stock market. They call it indexing. Indexing means it basically just follows the stock market. However high the stock market goes, so does your profit on your money. So does your interest. But they say, well, Bernard, what if the stock market crashes like it does here and there? Well, when it crashes, yours stops at a floor. The floor is 0 to 0.25%, meaning you cannot lose any money. And in some cases, even when the stock market is crashing and burning, you're still gaining money, more than what you would even make at a bank or a money market account or even a flex account, spending account. So that's what we're putting people in position to do. Oh, and on top of that, you're still going to have, in the event that you pass while you're trying to build up this wealth, if you pass, you're going to have a big face amount called insurance to assure that money is going to be there to be transferred.
Yeah.
So God forbid you pass away tragically in an accident or something, God forbid, goes wrong, you still have that chunk of money that you were trying to build up on your own with your monthly deposits. Now you have it in a lump sum because you passed away. Or what if you get sick? Do you know that 1 out of every 3 Americans, by the time they're age 67, will have a heart attack, stroke, or cancer? 1 out of 3 episodes. 1 out of 3. That's high. So guess what? If that happens and you're unable to perform 2 of the 6 daily living habits, then meaning the program, will pay out the death benefit, even though you're alive and you could be cured, and you still get that chunk of money because it probably disabled you, probably took you out of work or what have you. If you can't perform 2 of the 6 daily activities, then you're probably not working. So they will pay it out. So that's a living benefit. Check your policies. Most of your life insurance policies have no living benefits. So that means you got to basically just die or nothing. If you fall somewhere in between, you don't get any type of money. So let's recap. You get money if you get sick. Of course, if you pass away, like your current policy, you get paid. But more importantly, instead of you paying out money every month, this is a savings plan that is tax-free. It's in no way able to be lost as far as the money. The money can't be lost because of the floor. And you have nothing but upside. And the upside is normally 6 to 15% compounding interest, which means if it's 6%, every 12 years, your money's doubling. If it's 12%, every 6 years, your money is doubling. So if you're 40 and you put in 30 years worth of this, most term policies are 30 years, and you have a 12% interest, every 6 years, your money's doubling. That means it's going to double 5 times. So if you put in 50,000, that's 50,000, that's 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, $800,000.
That's deep.
Okay, by putting in that kind of money, and we're not talking about big money. Like I said, $50, I'm not $50, but $100, $200, $300, $400. We will determine what you need because we have illustrations that, as you know, Sienna, that we will chart out your money for you. So you're going to know not exactly, but very close to where you're going to be at different intervals, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So our job and my agency's job, Borges and Associates, who does this, is to set you up based on your goals, based on your budget. Because again, we're not spending new money. We're reallocating funds that you're already either saving or spending on non-essential things. And so it really just is about a shift in paradigm to understand that you can control your own finances. You can be your own bank. This is called private equity banking. And as I said, it's an IRS program, regulated program. So there's no taxes involved. Even though it's the IRS, there's no taxes involved. And it allows for you all to be able to now build wealth comfortably at your own pace and with no restrictions. The only restriction, if you want to call it one, is for the first year, you have to let it compound before you can start pulling out. But remember, this is supposed to be money that you're not even utilizing anyway, that is sitting in a bank, or money that you're just blowing because you don't need it. because it doesn't harm you as far as paying your bills and living your normal life. So you shouldn't have to access this money, except for when you want to do something big. I want to go on a world vacation. I want to pay for my daughter's wedding. I want to buy a house. I want to purchase a car. Those are when you go to the bank, right? Whether you go to the physical bank or whether you go to the dealer and work with the dealership bank, you still are working with a bank. If you're getting financing, you're working with a bank. We're trying to change the narrative of going to so-and-so bank and trying to get your money and start going to your own bank.
Yourself. Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
self-bank.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
own bank can finance your lives,
Yeah.
especially if you let these monies compound and grow. Compound interest grows faster. The longer you leave it, the faster it starts to compound it. You keep taking from it, then it slows the momentum down. So you'd like to not have to even touch the money until you have a big deal. So if you got a 10-year-old, child, and you say, I want to get this, I know they're probably going to get married by the time they're 30, maybe 35. So I got 25 years. Going by those laws that I said, you're looking at maybe not compounding, doubling your money 3 or 4 times in that period of time. So the more you put in and you leave it alone, you can have a nest egg of 150, 200,000. Heck, that'll pay for the college. That'll pay for the wedding. That'll pay for the down payment of the house and a car.
Right.
And you can still retire on that. You can still have money to retire on because it's always compounding, even as you're taking money out. Now, here's where it gets crazy. It's called positive arbitrage. I don't want to get too technical, but just understand that when you take money out, even if you're taking a physical cash out, the account doesn't reflect that. As long as you pay it back, it won't reflect that, which means that you're still earning money while the money's not even physically in the account. That's what's happening. So if you have $100,000 and you're getting 10% interest, that means the next year you're going to have $10,000 on that money. Even if you took the $10,000 out, it still will earn that $10,000 as long as you're paying it back. So that's what is amazing about this program. It is truly all upside. There's no negative. Yes. The only negative is that we don't know about it. And as far as qualifications, it's just like a life insurance application. You do have to qualify for it. And guess what? If you don't, you can still build the wealth. You just put it on a child. You put it on a sibling. You just put it on another loved one because it's a money machine. Whether you have the money machine like a backpack, whether you have it on your back or you put it on somebody else who you love's back, just put the money into the money machine and feed it. And it's going to do the same thing. Obviously, if you pass away, there's no death benefit that's going to be paid because it wasn't on you. But outside of that, this is not about getting life insurance. We got to get away from the life insurance concept and get to the wealth building concept. Life insurance you're paying into and you're losing your wealth. Putting money into a bank account. You're placing money in a bank for it to sit still, to not work for you. And they take it and make it go to work. So the money's still working. It's just not working for you. You parked your money with them and they say, okay, you don't want to use your money. We will.
Right.
We got to stop that. You're losing wealth doing that. Even if it's sitting in a bank, you're losing wealth. I just gave you an example. If you're getting 10% interest on your money every year, if you had a bank account, a savings account for 20 years, I don't even want to tell you how much money you lost because the money wasn't working for you. So we got to get out of that concept and start depositing money into our private bank and having that money work for us, whether it's our own plan on ourselves or even if it's on someone else because we can't qualify health-wise, it's okay. I understand that everybody's not going to be in perfect health, especially as we get up in age. But we don't have to be in perfect health to enjoy the perfect system that they put together in this 7702 plan. And then there's regular life insurance for you anyway. So we can put regular life insurance on for you while we're building up the money. Then when your account is 50,000 or whatever, we take the life insurance off of you and now reallocate that money, now starting to pay to the actual 7702 plan because now there's enough money to bury you anyway. You don't have to wait till it's 50,000. It could be 15,000, 12,000, just enough to cover your burial. And then you can reroute that money into there so you can start building it up even faster beyond just your burial. And that's where your wealth transfer comes in. So by the time you pass, you might have 75,000. You take 15 to bury you. Now you got 60,000 to transfer to your kids. 100,000, 150, 200,000, whatever number it is not money that the life insurance has stolen from you. Because if you're paying for a $15,000 life insurance policy
Come on.
for 40 years, 30 years, they got the 60,000, 100,000, 200,000 to transfer to whoever the heck they're transferring to. But it ain't your family. And so that's really this vicious cycle that we are curtailing and that we're teaching all around the country, especially to our uneducated folks, because we have not been taught this. Quite frankly, the country hasn't been taught this. This is not an African-American thing. This is an American thing.
Period. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And bringing it back home in full circle, I need my women to get on board with this new paradigm, because the men will do whatever the women tell them. So we got to get the women educated, get them empowered, and be able to now teach a lot of the men who are lost to do this kind of stuff, because you guys lead the way. Women lead the way. Whenever like I said, whenever there's a powerful agency or company, or in a lot of cases, the churches, when you go behind the scenes, it's the women. The pastor might be the guy out front, but it's the women that are running those treasuries. It's the women who are keeping those things in line. And it's the women who are doing all these meetings and back office stuff to make this church run efficiently and effectively. It is not the men. Let's just keep it real. So we got to empower the women fiscally, financially, first through education and then through execution. Because that's the last thing I'm going to say. All this is nice to hear this information. It might even be mind blowing. It was for me, but it's executed. Yes. But Lady B, you executed. You executed over a year ago.
I did.
And 2 years ago almost. So you're into this thing now. So you've executed. 10 years from now, you're gonna have a chunk of money.
I believe it.
It's coming. And you could go look at your statements. So
I'm so ready.
We gotta empower. We gotta execute we gotta empower through execution, not just knowledge. Knowledge is great. But if it just sits in your head and you don't do anything with it, you're going to be in the exact same position and you're going to continue to do the same things. We got to change our habits, Lady Bill. I'll stop. I'll take any questions, or that's pretty much all.
No, I agree with. I so agree with you, because our generation, and it's kind of sad sometimes, because we, especially as African Americans, we don't think that we can do things like this. And not that I'm racist or anything, but Caucasians, they do this all the time.
This is normal
all the time, and there's no fear.
No,
there's no question. There's no doubt or none of that. And it's just crazy how we can't get ourselves in a position to want to invest even in our own self.
In our own self. And the thing is, it's not like it's going to be locked away. It's yours. You could use it at any time. Not that you should, but again, it's there for the taking. You're allowed to use it. It's your savings plan. So don't think of it as life insurance. The only reason why the insurance is there, just in case you pass away. It is not purpose. The purpose of this thing is for you to retire off of. It's for you to have your own Social Security. The heck with the government if they decide to have Social Security or not by the time we need it. And they're worried that there may not be any by the time we're 70, by the way. And they're making us retire later for that reason. To keep that Social Security pot, proportion to what it needs to be. But it's dwindling and it doesn't look good. Let me say one other thing. I told you this is tax-free. Most people have their money in tax-deferred plans, such as 401k, IRAs, 403b, all that stuff. Those plans are tax-deferred. So that means that when it was a smaller number, like let's say you started with $1,000, if they would have paid taxes when they put it in, they would have, because taxes don't go down, they go up. So think about what they've tricked us into doing. They tricked us into putting money in a tax-deferred program when it was small. So even if taxes were 25%, it would have been 25% of 1,000. Then they put us in there for 30 years, and now we supposedly have 100,000, let's say, which is terrible, by the way. But let's just say we only have 100,000 because they steal the money all while it's in these plans, because they charge load fees, management fees, they charge transaction fees, and then you got to get taxed on it in the end. So now the taxes have gone up over 30 years. And now your money is going from 10,000 or 1,000 to 100,000. So now you're paying higher taxes on a higher number. What sense does that make? Wouldn't it make sense to pay taxes in the beginning? That's what this 7702 does. The money that's coming in is already taxed, so it can never be taxed again. It's like double jeopardy. You can't get charged for the same murder twice. So you paid taxes already. You can't pay it anymore. Even on the gains, even on the interest that you gain, they can't touch it. because it's already been taxed. Tax deferred plans are the biggest ripoff because you're paying high taxes on high money. Whatever that high money is, whether it's 10,000, 100,000, 200,000, it's still higher than it was when it started. So why not pay taxes in the beginning at the lowest point on the lowest dollar amount? So as you're contributing to this thing, this is money that you've already paid taxes on. You're never going to pay taxes. So even if you're in a 401k situation, if there's any way that you can roll it over and get out of that and move it over into a 7702 plan, which, by the way, are commonly known as IULs, Index Universal Life Plans. So it's a life insurance coverage that's protecting your savings, your wealth. It's a wealth savings plan that has life insurance to protect it in the event that you pass before you're able to accumulate the wealth that you want. And it's all proportion. LeBron James, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Donald Trump, they all have these accounts. Anybody who has any kind of money and any kind of a worth of, what do you call that, financial planner, all have their money in this. I'm going to give you one last tip, and then at 7:30 I'll stop. Do you know that these Hollywood stars that adopt all these children,
come on,
and we say, oh, that's so beautiful, they're adopting these kids and they're taking them out of Africa and wherever the heck else they're getting them from, do you know that those are all 7702 plans? That's where they're hiding their money, because you can only get so much on yourself, so you have to find other beings to put the money in. Remember I said earlier, it's like a backpack. You can put it on other people. That's what they're doing. So each of those children are representing tens of millions of dollars. They're not getting it. It's for the star to hide their money tax-free.
Wow.
Because they can do that because each of those entities represents a bank account for them. So they're setting it up, but then they hide it in trust and all this kind of stuff. I don't want to get too complicated, but the point is that that's what they're doing with the money. They're not just philanthropists, and they're not just being, I'm not saying they don't care about the kids. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying there's a financial benefit and ramification for each of those. Angela Jolie is the worst. She got like 50 kids. But guess what? She got a lot of money, and she got to put a lot of that money away. And that's what she's doing with it. And she ain't paying 1 ounce of tax. And all y'all are being robbed from y'all $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 a year. And she's making that an interest in less than an hour through her compounding interest on her probably now billions of dollars. Wow. She's making your annual salary in minutes in interest on plans that we have access to too. Obviously not at that level as far as the money, but it works exactly the same way. And I don't care if you end up getting $60,000 a transfer or you get $600,000 or $6 million. It's still your money. Yeah. And you know what? It all adds up. Ask Bank of America, because they're not adding up millions of dollars accounts. These are only $1,000 accounts, $5,000 account, $10,000. They're not big money. It's just the volume that has created this $24 trillion. And Wells Fargo has 19 trillion. And Chase has 12 trillion. All of them are doing it. You name it, the bank or the credit union, they all have some level of life assets, they call it. And it's inside of this 7702 plan. So if you have any questions for me or anything like that, I can be reached on my own page, Bernard Borges. That's it. On IG, it's the opposite, is Borges Bernard. And then my phone number is 305-282-6150. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I do nationwide, anywhere in the country. If you're there, I can help you with these plans. I can also review what you already have and help you be able to read your policy. Most people don't. 98% of Americans do not read their policies. So I can kind of translate it for you so you know what you have and make sure that you understand what you're paying for. And unfortunately, you're paying into something that is really not rewarding you the way it should. They give you this number, a big face amount of whatever amount of money, but you're going to ultimately pay way more than that. And sometimes you're going to lose 10 times the amount of your face amount or more because you didn't understand the way that money works. We don't understand money. They don't teach us money here in this country. And so I was just fortunate enough to be trained in something that I'm just paying forward because I have it already. It doesn't make sense for me to hold it. I need to share it.
I appreciate you.
My business to do that.
I appreciate you, sir. Can I tell you, I appreciate ever since I met you. It's been great.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. I have the 7702 plan, right? That's what's called.
Yes, you
Yes.
have.
So
And
I
you were one
have
of my
them, and
first
it's
clients. And I bless you. I'm blessed to have you still as a client.
wonderful,
And
wonderful. And I
you
hope
saw
you
something.
get more. I hope you get
Oh,
more.
I
As
got
long as
but I want more
listen,
because it's not
yes,
about me.
absolutely.
It's about helping people like yourself. I mean, you got a child. You want to, have that, history or that future for that child to be as bright as you possibly can with the
Yeah,
monies that you earn and have, and you're maximizing your money. I don't care how much it is, but you're maximizing your money as
yeah.
opposed to giving it away. And you understood that very early. And so I just apologize. I haven't been on here sooner. I should have been on here sooner. So I apologize for that, but definitely thank you for having me. If
Yes.
there's
So
any
you
other
will
questions
be
I can
back.
answer,
You definitely will be back. I will say that much.
I appreciate it. I'll
I
be
do really
honored to come
appreciate
back.
all that you're doing. Yes.
Excellent. Well,
So is
thank
there
you.
anything else you want to say? Is how else can they reach you again? Just can you repeat that for
Okay.
me?
Phone number, phone, text, whatever, 305-282-6150 on here. Facebook, it's Bernard Borges, Bernard Borges. And then it's the opposite, is Borges Bernard on IG. And I'm also on LinkedIn, Bernard Borges too. So
Nice. Okay.
pretty much
Oh,
anywhere
we
I'm
gotta link
public.
up because I'm on LinkedIn too. That's great.
Excellent.
And
So
what
we
I'll
will.
do
We'll
is,
link up.
if you can forward me whatever information you have, I can also put that on my webpage as well.
Excellent. I have videos. The videos that we're in a video age, so I do a lot
Yeah.
of stuff in videos now, and
Well,
it's
send it to
very
me, and I'll
detailed.
definitely put it on there for you. Yep, I can put it on my webpage. So
Excellent. You'll have it
when they
tonight.
go onto my webpage, they can see all of that stuff. Yep.
Excellent. And then
Because I
I'll
actually
forward you that tonight.
I do some work for Amazon too, like outsourcing for Amazon as well. So yeah,
Wow.
they contacted me and they saw my business and they said, listen, we want to work with you. And so I try to get
Woo.
them hired on behalf of Amazon. So yeah, so
Well,
I'm gonna
congratulations on that. That's huge. That's big.
thank you, honey. Thank you so
That's
much.
big,
You too.
and definitely utilize that avenue, that resource, and
Yeah,
let's use this as a rocket launcher to get this information out. And
absolutely.
what I do, just so you know, Lady B, is anybody that has you as their referral, I will make a contribution to your enterprise, So wherever you want it to go, I'll make the contribution for every new client. And the more clients, obviously, the more significant it'll be. So I definitely want to turn that back around. And again, I'm serious about empowering women. So if you have an event you want to put on, whatever, we can sponsor it. There's a lot of different things we can do once we get this relationship rolling and we get some
Absolutely.
women, especially women, to get involved. They got to get
Yeah.
involved because they're the backbone of our community. And we got to make
Yeah.
sure that they're in place. The men will soon follow. I know it sounds counter to what we normally understand, but that's the reality. The reality
But
is that
it
the
is
women are
because women are naturally nurturing. You know, we take care of the
exactly.
house, the bills, the this, that. That's just our natural nature, right? So it makes sense. And you guys, y'all work, y'all bring the money
We're
home, y'all
providers.
protect it.
We're the protectors.
Absolutely. So I totally get it, and you're right. You are absolutely right. It's just
I'm
nice
telling
to
you.
hear from a man. You know,
I'm
it's
gonna
nice
say
to hear
I'm
from
saying it
you.
from a male standpoint, though. From a man's standpoint, it's true because I do
Right.
recognize that. My mom, thank God she's still living. I saw her do it. My dad, thank God he's still living. I saw him do it. So I know the roles, and I know that we've come to a different society now, but rooted, we're still that way, regardless of what way we decide to go to or route we decide to take. Rooted, and as far as our nature, that's generally how it's supposed to be. And I'm telling you, we get these women empowered, you will see major shifts in our communities. And so that's what we're just hoping to play our part in doing that. And we have a very strong, impactful way that we can do that and almost immediately. And that's what I'm hoping to be able to do with you guys.
Yeah, so listen, y'all hearken yourselves to this information, guys. I don't want to waste his time. I want y'all to be blessed and as far beyond as you can be, and whatever you can to create this just it's not even just now, but that stuff, it grows, it goes with you in the future. Whatever you can do to create generational wealth for yourself, I would just encourage you to do it. Don't be afraid. Don't
No,
be scared, because I wasn't. Listen, he he was real, and he just like he is now, just same conversation, very
yes.
authentic and real, and you can hear his passion, you can hear his heart, and and you don't want to, you don't. I never felt like I was being shy. And that's what it was.
Oh, no,
I
no.
never felt like you were just trying to sell something to me, but
Oh,
it was totally genuine, and that's what I appreciate the
thank
most.
you. Well, that's where it's coming from. I have great roots. I have great parents. I have great grandparents, and I've been blessed to be, brought up the right way. And my reputation is everything. I don't care about money. I care about my reputation. That's most important. And
Amen.
secondly, it's about building. I'm a builder. We've been torn down so much for 400 years since we got off those ships. I just want to be part of that that reparation, that rebuilding. And we really have not done that financially. We may have done it in other areas, but we really we're still looking for 40 acres and a mule. Let's get off that. Let's get off that and focus on building ourselves. And I'm dead serious about that. It's sad because literally we have that mentality. Like, what can they give us? Right. Let's start taking what's ours and what's available to us. And we have the spending power. We're doing it already. We're already spending it. It's just we're not putting it where it's going to be most effective and optimized. So we can help with all that. So thank you for having me on, giving me this platform. And I hope that a lot of people take advantage of this, and it'll only come back to help you guys as well. And overall, to build, like I said, our community to a financial level where we deserve and need to be at this point. It's 2022. We got to wake up. We're not in the.
You are more than welcome. Yes, sir. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And you are more than welcome. Thank you so much for taking out the time out to share with us. This will not be your last time, so we'll definitely try to get you on here again to talk more. Absolutely. And I'm going to definitely push for this, because I'm like you. I want people to have as much as availability to their money. And I like the concept of I don't have to borrow from no bank, but I can be my own bank. And I can finance my own stuff. I love that.
You are. You're building it. You're a new bank, but you are a bank. There's a boom bank out here. There's a boom bank. And so God bless you. I like that. That's cute. So let's create some more banks, and let's really, really push this thing to where it needs to go. And I look forward to being, steamrolling that. So thank you. Absolutely. So I just exit now, or how do I do that?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. If there's anything else you want to say, you're more than welcome to, thank you again.
Well, thank you. And again, they know how to reach me now, so I'll be happy to field any calls. And again, just let me know that it was from Lady B's show, B.O.W.S, and I'm always going to take care of you anyway, but we'll take special care of you based on what this show is about and what your mission statement, by the way, was outstanding. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
And I'll be tuning in a lot more in general, even when I'm not on. So thank you for that and this platform again.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You have a good night. Thank you. Woo! Isn't that wonderful? Guys, come on. Come on, really? This is what we're here for. This is why I do this stuff, and the crux of life is helping people. And if I can help in any way, shape, or form, that's what I'm going to do. At the end of the day, that's my mission, that's my goal. And I want you guys, especially if you are a sister, if you're an African American sister, whatever color you are, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to invest in your family. Don't be afraid to do these things. We make these payments to bills every day, all the time. We go to the mall. We pay hundreds of dollars into, things we want, in sneakers and purses and hats and this, that, and the third. And all of this stuff we invest our money into. Why not invest it into your family, into your future, into yourself? Why not? Right? Why not take a little chunk of what you have and put it in something, store it away for a bigger rainy day? And that way, when it comes down to it, like he said, if you need to pay for your children's wedding or car or house or anything of that nature, it's there. You have it at the taking. You have it at the taking, at their fingertips, your own fingertips. Not calling to no bank, not going here, there, from Peter to borrow from Peter to pay to Paul, yourself. And that's what I was excited about. I was empowered in that moment, and I signed up myself. So if you guys are ready and willing, please reach out to him. Like and share this video with all of your friends. I will be posting this on my page on beautybowls.com. Get the word out there. Please contact him. Let him know Lady B sent you. Let him know I heard it on B.O.W.S in some way, shape, or form. Listen, get it out there. Get it out. Get it out. I'm here to help as much as possible, and as long as you are ready and willing, it's out there for you. And it's time out for us to be in the dark. You know, I'm not allowing the dark to ride anymore. We need to come into the light of all of this newfound information, especially if you're African American. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed what you heard. Please play the like and share this video. Do the playback, whatever you can. Get the information. Don't be afraid, guys. Don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Okay. Never ever be afraid to invest in yourself. So thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for y'all for listening and for watching. Y'all know I do my roll call at the end, just to thank everybody who was, you know, starting out robbery to watch. So thank you, Mama. My mama always watching. Thank you, Mama, for watching. Thank you, Jamar. Thank you, Miss Morris, for watching. I appreciate you guys so very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Please like and share. You can also, so I'm going to post all of what he said, and or as much as information as he said, on my BeautyBows.com page. That's BeautyBows.com. And I'm going, so that way, if you need to get further information or contact with him, it will be there. I do also have the, what is it called? Amazon information on there as well. Listen, please hearken yourself. Hearken yourself to this information. I'm excited. You know, you see how he comes. He's excited and passionate about what he's doing. And so I just want to spread the love. That's it, to spread the love. That's what we're here to do. So thank you so much. I want, so please, next Wednesday, meet me back here at 7 o'clock. Okay, y'all come join me next week, 7 o'clock on Wednesday. I hope to see you there. Please hearken yourself to announcements for those who would like to get a Mother's Day basket. I will also post information on my page for that as well. So yeah, I can't wait to you know, see who's going to sign up. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your family and your future. Listen, if the millionaires and the famous people and all of those, you know, showstoppers and all the names he mentioned, if they can do it, we can do it. Okay. So let's sign up. All right. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate your time and attention. Please join me next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I will let you know what the topic will be. And hopefully we'll bring some more good stuff to you guys to help you out. All right. Have a great night. Please stay safe and, you know, all that jazz. I'm Lady B. I love you and I mean it. Peace. I'm out. Bye.